Hello again, everyone. Welcome to Coffee Break, 5 minutes with God, 5 minutes in the Word of God, 5 minutes to taste and see that the Lord is good. Psalm 119, verse 43 is what I will be reading today. Father, sanctify us by your truth. Your word is truth. In Jesus' name, amen. Psalm 119, verse 43. The writer says this, "Take not the word of truth utterly out of my mouth." And the last part of verse 43 makes it clear that the word of truth, of course, refers to the word of God. He says, "For I have hoped in thy judgments." Take not the word of truth utterly out of my mouth, for I have hoped in thy judgments. The worst nightmare for any preacher, for any Bible teacher who truly is called by God, is that he could no longer proclaim the Word of God. I want to live at least until I'm 90. I've been praying to God that he would let me live until I'm 90 and that I'd be able to teach the Word of God. But once I can no longer teach the Word of God, my main purpose for being here is gone. And there would be such a vacancy in my soul that I wouldn't want to be here anymore. Nothing could take the place of that. And that's because I am called by God to do it. And if you're truly called by God to do something, then nothing else will satisfy you. And again, I say the worst nightmare of any preacher that is called by God, is that he could no longer proclaim the Word of God. Now, men who stand behind pulpits and tell stories, pastors, preachers who tell stories or try to impress people with their big words, or try to entertain, or try to be cute, or try to build their religion, or try to build their church, or try to move up in the denomination, and try to get a bigger offering. Men who stand behind pulpits and try to do things that impress people, but do not have the Word of God burning in their soul, have no idea what the writer is saying right here in verse 43. They are completely clueless to what he is saying. They're not on the same wavelength. They're not on the same frequency. They listen to what the Word of God says here, and it bounces off their soul like a super ball bounces off of cement. When you've been in the presence of God, and he has told you to shout in public what you have been told in secret, then there is no peace or joy unless you are doing that. Now that's for preachers, that's for Bible teachers who are called by God. But the same principle holds true for you as a Christian in general. When God tells you to do something, when you get down on your knees and you're praying your regular prayers, whatever that may be, and something keeps gnawing at you, and you know deep down in your heart it's God telling you to do something, it just doesn't set well with you, so you haven't done it. You will never have peace. You will never have joy until you do what God wants you to do. There will be no satisfaction, and you can kind of try to drown it out with other things and other thoughts, but it's not going to work. You will never be what God wants you to be until you're doing what he wants you to do. For more of God's Word, go to thebibleversebyverse.com. Until next time, so long, everyone.